In this video, we'll be talking about the profitability of an online Ukay2x seller. Hi guys, this is Jess Alcaraz. I teach people accounting, business, and financial literacy concepts. But before going to discussion, allow me to make some rants and a little bit of sharing kasi if you noticed, medyo konti lang yung ginagawa nating content in the past weeks because a lot of things are happening right now in my life. And one of the most burdensome thing right now is itong documentary compliance ko with my CHED scholarship. So I graduated, I got my master's degree in business administration way back in 2020. However, because of the pandemic, we were not able to have the graduation rights. And parang 2022 na yung online graduation namin. And I was not able to follow the original study plan provided by Ateneo de Davao University. And because of those things, there are a lot of back and forth requests from CHED in relation to the documentary requirements. Magpapasa ako ng documents, they will make some comments, magre-revise ako, another set of comments naman na iba doon sa initial comments na binigay nila. So, pabalik-babalik. And fast forward, I got another notice 2 weeks ago na this time around, if I will not be able to comply, and ayun, nakakabuisit kasi marami sa mga pinapapasa nilang documents is nasubmit ko na before. So, nakakabuisit lang. Anyhow. So, if I will not be able to comply this time around on time, I will be asked to pay all of the expenses na nabayad or nagastos ni CHED for my scholarship. And to take note, just take note, I already rendered service. Nakapag-return service na ako for 3 years and then magbibigay ng notice ng ganito. So, in terms of mental capacity, a bulk of the percentage ng utak ko is parang iniisip yung mga bagay na yun. So, hopefully, I can get past this, ma-comply siya, I get the clearance so that we can be back on track and make more contents. So, that's for the sharing. Pasensya na. So, after we uploaded the discussion on the Ukay2x seller, another follower messaged me about her business. Okay pa din, pero 100% ginagawa siya online. So, yung operation niya sa bahay lang daw, although parang may nagrarenta sila ng isang boarding house for the storage and may mga personnel din siyang binabayaran. So, I'm not sure if it is in Shopee, Lazada, or TikTok. Basta purely online yung transaction ni ma'am. And marami siyang binigay na details. And if you will be noticing it in the discussion natin mamaya na maraming details in terms of the income statement. So, without further ado, let us go into the discussion. So, we have here the details. So, marami, no? So, this is the income statement of the online the online seller. So, okay pa rin yung binebenta niya. And sabi ni ma'am, on the average, yung mga items niya, binibenta niya at 129 pesos. So, ito yung platform sales niya. By the way, this is only for 1 month. So, malaki-laki yung operation ni ma'am. I'm just, nagtaka lang ako bakit 8% yung registration niya sa BIR. Siguro bagong register si ma'am sa BIR kasi online seller siya. And then, she did not expect that she will be able to reach this volume of sales. So, sabi niya, magbabat na daw siya from the 8%. Anyhow, so let us start with the platform sales. So, yung sales ni ma'am is 5,560 for the month of September. I think it was in September. And then, meron siyang binabawas na mga refunds, returns, and adjustments daw amounting to 2,930. Ayan. Okay. So, meron tayong tinatawag na net sales. So, the net sales is a result of the platform sales, the gross sales, minus the refunds and allowances usually. So, ito po yung net sales natin. And kung napansin ninyo, may 100% na nakalagay dyan. This is an example of a financial management tool na tinatawag nating vertical analysis or common size financial statement. So, the vertical analysis is basically putting percentages for every item in the financial statement. Tapos, pagdating sa income statement, ang 100% natin or ang base natin is the net sales. So, for example, itong platform charges na 90. So, yung 12% dyan, that is a result of the 90,676.84 divided by the 739,000. So, lahat ng items na ito, when divided by the 739, so yan yung certain percentage. So, instead of the actual numbers in the vertical analysis or in the common size income statement, makikita natin kung ilang percentage ang mga items na yan in relation sa net sales natin. So, for example, the platform charges. So, nasa 12.26% siya. So, medyo malaki-laki. Ito yung sales mo, pero kinakaltasan ka ng 90,000 ng platform. Then, 739 minus 90, yan yung cash na papasok sa bank account mo. Yung difference ng dalawang yan. I'm not sure if sa 90 ba, meron na ba siyang withholding tax. So, yun yung hindi na-discuss ni ma'am. So, let's just assume na walang withholding tax yan. And then, we deduct our cost of goods sold. Therefore, meron tayong gross profit. So, basically, ang nangyari dito is that 739,000 minus the platform charges na 90 less the cost of goods sold na 158, meron tayong gross profit na 490. Take note, yung cost of goods sold ni ma'am is only 21% ng net sales niya. So, basically, in terms of price, parang roughly times 5, no? Times 5 yung cost tsaka yung selling price. So, that's the beauty of having a common size income statement kasi nakikita mo yung certain percentage of the line item. So, 21% is the cost of goods sold. Take note that the selling price or the sales is our 100%. And then the gross profit is 66.12%. So, ayan. So, it tells us that sa net sales na to, that 66.12 goes into the gross profit. And then we have the expenses. So, for the daily wage, minimum wage yung binabayad ni ma'am para sa 3 personnel niya. Tapos, yung operation nila is from Monday to Saturday. So, 453 per day times the 3 personnel. So, lagyan na natin ng formula. Times 3 personnel and then times 26 days. So, if 5 days a week ka, then 22 yung gagamitin mo. But in this case, 6 days a week, then 26. So, bakit 26? Kasi we are assuming that there are 30 days in 1 month minus 4 days or 4 Sundays. So, that's 26. Okay, then rent. Meron siyang rent, 5.5. Then, merong pouch. Okay, for every order, gumagastos na si ma'am ng 2.5 pesos per pouch or per order. So, meron, for the month of September, merong 5,100 pieces times the 2.5. So, there is a packaging cost of 12,750. Then, for the utilities, tubig, kuryente, at saka internet, 8,950. Salaries. Itong salaries na ito is for the seller, the owner. So, si ma'am is the owner and at the same time, siya din yung live seller. So, nagla-live siya every day. So, pinapasahod niya yung sarili niya ng 30,000 pesos. Meron din siyang clothes streamer. I'm not sure kung ano to. Possibly an influencer na binabayaran niya ng 3,000 per month to, paano ba? To advertise or to stream na yung mga benta niya. So, I'm not sure. And then, merong office supplies expense na 2,000 pesos for a total of 97,534. So, ito yung mga expenses niya. So, we will be able to get the earnings before taxes. So, 490 minus 97,000. So the earnings before taxes is 393,418.50. So that represents 53.19% of our net sales. And then, yun na nga, sabi ni ma'am, 8% gross income tax yung registration niya sa BIR. Therefore, babawasan pa natin ng 8%. So, paano kinuha to? So, ito lang. 739,629 times 8%. So, lalabas itong 59. Therefore, for the month of September, yung estimated net profit ni ma'am is 334,248.15. So, malaki na yan. I don't know lang kung meron pa ba siyang other expenses na hindi nasali. Or, another thing is, if the cost of goods sold na sinabi niya, baka purchases ito. Baka hindi talaga to cost of goods sold. Hindi na ako nagtanong further. But if I were to guess, okay, kung mag-guess ako, I believe itong 158, this is purchases. Kasi sobrang baba eh. Purchases to. This is the amount of money na nagastos niya within the month sa mga additional stocks. Guess lang naman. Pero baka totoong almost times 5 yung presyo niya. So, labas na ako doon. Anyway, so the net profit is 334 per month. So, that represents 45.19% of the net sales. So, to sum it up, it's safe to assume na almost 50% ng net sales ni ma'am is converted into net profit. That is already after tax. So, napakagandang business if this is really the computation. Now, aside from the profitability, we will be discussing break-even point. Okay, isama natin yan palagi, break-even. And in this case, we will be solving the break-even point in terms of sales. So, formula is fixed cost divided by the contribution margin ratio. Okay. So, if you notice, meron akong nilagay na mga green sa vertical analysis part. Kasi, yung mga green na yan, this represent variable costs. Okay. So, variable cost, si platform, charges, variable cost din si cost of goods sold. Same with the pouch, okay? Kasi nga, nakadepende ang pouch sa kung ilang pouch yung mabebenta natin. And then, of course, meron tayong 8% gross income tax based on our net sales, which is also variable. The rest of the expenses are considered fixed. So, hindi ko na pahirapan yung sarili ko. Nag-prepare na ako kung magkano yung fixed expenses. So, wages, fixed. Rent, fixed. Utilities, fixed. Salaries, fixed. Clothes, streamer, fixed din. Tsaka office supplies. Let us also assume na fixed siya. So, the total fixed cost is 84,784. So, next would be to compute for the contribution margin ratio. So, for the contribution margin ratio, okay, ito yung nahanap natin. Since wala tayong selling price, and we cannot really compute for the difference between the variable cost and the selling price, what we can use as an alternative are the percentages. So, let's start with the 100%. Ito po yung sa sales natin. This represents our sales. Then, minus the platform charges na 12.26. Minus the cost of goods sold na 21.28. Minus ulit sa variable cost in relation sa pouch, that's 1.72%. And lastly is the 8% gross income tax. So, ito yung magiging contribution margin ratio natin. So, magkano yan? So, let's compute. Saan na ba yung calculator? Ayan. So, we have 100 minus 12.26 minus 21.28 minus 1.72 minus 8. So, 56.74. 56.74. 56.74%. So, ito po yung contribution margin ratio natin. Now, we can proceed with the computation of our break-even point in sales. So, BEP, take note, this is sales, is equals to 84,784 divided by the contribution margin ratio, which is 0.5674. Therefore, our break-even point in sales for this particular problem is 84784 divided by 0.5674. So, 149,045. Okay? So, ito po yung break-even point natin. And take note, yung sales natin is way past the break-even point. Yung net sales natin is 739. Yung kailangan lang natin is 149. Therefore, it explains bakit ganito kalaki yung profit natin. Again just to remind everyone, I am not sure if the cost of goods sold is really the cost of goods sold or baka purchases yan. So, take this discussion with a grain of salt. So, there you have it, the discussion for this online Ukay2x seller. Medyo maraming details, maraming information, and personally, it's a little bit more of an advanced discussion. But I believe this is of value, especially sa mga business that are already scaling up their business and are considering a lot of details with regards to their growing business. So, I guess that's it. Pansit, thank you so much and mayong gabi sa tanan.